presentation for a Whittier College Business Incubator. To start, let's look at the top 10 highest grossing startups of all time. The ones with the red arrows next to them were started by college dropouts, and as you can see, they're both worth $66 billion. So what's something colleges can do to retain these type of talented students? The answer is a business incubator. A business incubator is a space that provides assistance to entrepreneurs and startup companies. Services they offer are strategy and management planning, legal advice, access to facilities like meeting rooms and technology, and exposure to investors. There are several business incubator models. The first is with walls. This is your traditional business incubator with permanent facilities. The second is the virtual business incubator. These are primarily online, however, some of them do have headquarters. The third business incubator model is the international model. These business incubators primarily focus on helping foreign firms penetrate the US market. And the last type of business incubator is called an accelerator. These are late-stage business incubators or facilities for housing business incubator graduates. The typical structure of a business incubator. At the top is the incubator head. This is a full-time staff member who's in charge of running the entire organization. Below the incubator head are the mentors. These people are in charge of mentoring the specific teams throughout the incubation process. And below the mentors are the teams. These are groups of people with qualifying business incubator applications. They are assigned a mentor and work with that mentor throughout the incubation process. There are several different types of business incubator. As you can see, the majority of business incubators are nonprofit. This is because these are the most successful because the business incubators are forced to focus on the client. Technology is the most profitable field for business incubators to go into. However, the mixed business incubators are the most successful as far as number of businesses started. Who is running these business incubators? As you can see, academic institutions are responsible for nearly as many business incubators as the government is. And in the graphic below, you can see that college-based business incubators are nearly twice as successful at creating jobs as traditional business incubators. Some statistics on incubator success. It's no secret that business incubators nearly double a business's chance of survival. And according to the National Business Incubation Association, for every 50 jobs created by an incubator client, there are another 25 jobs created in the community. That's a total of 75 jobs that did not exist before the incubator was there. The next study shows that 88% of North Carolina incubator graduates remain close to the business incubator. This is important because it shows that the jobs and the capital created by business incubators remain in the local community. In a case study done in New Mexico between 2007 and 2010, a little bit over $500,000 was invested in 5 different business incubators. 2 of these 5 incubators were college-based, one on the campus of New Mexico State and the other at San Juan College. This study saw significant returns. There was a gross return of $156,351,000 from the original $500,000 invested, with New Mexico seeing $13 million of that in taxes in 2011. There are some characteristics that most successful business incubators share. The first one is there's no one roadmap to success. There are a lot of different ways to make an organization successful. The second is top incubators share the management process. They have very consistent steps that the incubator clients go through, and studies show that the more control an incubator exerts over the incubation process, the more successful the startup is. The third successful characteristic is advisory board composition matters. You want a diverse group of mentors with comparative skills. You also want to have a constant new flow of mentors into your mentor pool. The fourth characteristic is neither the size nor the age of the incubator is a predictor of success. This is great news for the Whittier College Incubator because it shows that we could have success right out of the gates. The fifth successful incubator characteristic is that higher achieving incubators collect graduate data for longer. This means that they stay in touch with their graduates and learn what practices do work and what practices don't work, and they use this information to change their incubation process. The sixth characteristic, like I said before, is not-for-profit models are the most successful, and this is because they put the client first. The seventh successful characteristic is public sector support contributes to program success. The public sector is where you can draw mentors and where you'll be able to find potential investors. And finally, incubators with bigger budgets are typically more successful. This makes sense because sometimes in order to make money, you have to have money. Practices that successful incubators have. First of all, is they provide entrepreneurial training to their teams. Second, and this is the most important service offered by a business incubator, is they offered increased access to capital investment for their startups. Thirdly, they have a strong supportive relationship with our local college. And as far as Whittier goes, we take care of 2 of the top 3 practices with the most success. The fourth successful practice is a strong mentor program. This takes time and energy. You need to have a dedicated incubator head who takes the vetting process for mentors very seriously. Next, successful business incubators assist in every stage of the production process, from R&D to prototype, engineering systems. Successful business incubators help with technology as well as legal advice. A great example of a small liberal arts-based business incubator is at Chapman University. The Chapman Launch Labs has 60+ mentors from the Chapman faculty and local community. They also have a partnership with a private technology-oriented business incubator called K5. They have state-of-the-art facilities and technology, with the technology room that includes computers, 3D printers, video conversation tools, and coding stations. And finally, Chapman has a large operating budget, which contributes a lot to their success. Let's take a look at some profitable versus non-profitable business incubator practices. First of all, at profitable business incubators, they have an experienced incubator head. This is the person running the entire organization and recruiting the mentors, so their experience is key. Secondly, successful business incubators have a large and diverse mentor pool. This means that they have a large group of people with comparative skills. They should be able to have someone who can help with nearly every problem a startup may run into. Next, profitable business incubators have large budgets. Like I said before, in order to make money, you need to have money. They have a culture of innovation and hard work. Teams are not scared to collaborate or work long hours. Also, like I said before, profitable business incubators have strong community relationships. And lastly, they have post-graduation contact. So they learn what worked in their business incubator, what didn't, and then they apply those changes. Some characteristics of not profitable business incubators. They are very exclusive. It's hard to become a mentor, and the application process is very steep. Non-profitable business incubators also have mentors with low contact with the teams. The teams are given a lot of freedom, and the incubator does not exercise control over the incubation process. Because of these characteristics, non-profitable business incubators tend to lose momentum because they have inexperienced staff and mentors. And finally, non-profitable business incubators tend to have lower budgets. So why establish a Whittier College entrepreneurship program and partnering business incubator? First of all, it will help enhance the business department curriculum, which is the largest major on campus. It'll also increase community involvement and the mutual benefits that go along with that. The business program will also help to attract and retain new students, and it'll show the current student body that the college is willing to adapt its curriculum to current economic trends. Here are some general steps to establish a business incubator. I believe Whittier College is somewhere between stage 0 and stage 1. We have management buy-in, we have student interest, and we have interest from faculty and departments on campus. We are just waiting for the business incubator proposal to be formalized so we can begin with the other stages. A timeline for the 2015-2016 school year. We need to establish an entrepreneurship club, which we already have done. We need to research and present incubator feasibility, which is what I'm doing right now. We need to develop business incubator and entrepreneurship curriculum, and we need to continue to connect the on-campus organizations. Timeline for the 2016-2017 school year. The incubator program needs to hire an incubator director who can begin to recruit members from the faculty and the local community. Next, the incubator director needs to establish offices and facilities on campus. And lastly, during the 2016-2017 school year, the business incubator needs to launch a pilot startup. For the 2017-2018 school year, Whittier College should formally launch the entrepreneurship curriculum and the partnering business incubator. They should begin to establish formal relationships with investors, sponsors, and other local business incubators. The business incubator head needs to continue to work on recruiting his mentor network. And finally, the business incubator should open its doors for qualified student startup applications. Some of the direct student benefits of a business incubator. It provides Whittier College students with job, internship, and career opportunities, which in today's day and age are becoming more and more rare. Students also get access to the real-world application, and they get to see the benefits of the programs that they're studying. And finally, it'll help the college with student attraction and student retention. Thank you.